Morning, Pethers. Getting YouTube set up here. Give me just a moment. Just taking a... There we go. Okay, now everything's up and running. Let me just get the title changed. Let's see, we are on the DB BR406.1. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Pithers. Good morning, Mick. Good morning, Glenn. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So we're doing two routes today. Our first one is going to be on the DB BR112 express service Hamburg Hauptbahnhof to Lübeck Hauptbahnhof, and then we are going to. Good morning, Daniel. And then we're going to the Köln to Aachen route. We're going to do an ICE service specifically for Mick. We're going to do the setup of the system, the lovely AFB. We're going to do that, and then we're going to be on our way. So let's get in here and get this set up. Of course, this says no data. Okay. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Yeah, so they shouldn't take very long to do. Let's see. Should be the driving key there, forward. It's going to take a minute for me to remember where all the... Alright, let's see here. We have that. That should be all set up. Alright, we're already running late. So we'll get CIFA and AFB set up here in a moment. It's telling us all ready to go. Oh, is there? There is a break. Nope. There we go. Almost forgot that. There we go. Okay. So we have to stop at Arnsberg. So this isn't really a non-stop service, unfortunately. But that's okay. Now off B and CIFA and PZB are down the hall there, I think. Alright, let's just run down there real quick. Let's see, there's PZB, CIFA. Alright, now we're all set. Okay. Good morning, Amela. Combing sunflowers at balls to doing it at 6. Oh, you must be getting stuff set up for Joe for the stream on Sunday, I'm guessing. Well, it sounds like you guys got that whole thing sorted out. That's good. Morning, Patrick. Oh, I must have missed a signal. Okay, I'm gonna have to pay. I must have missed something. All right. Yeah, good morning, Patrick. Welcome. Oh, you're on your own farm. Okay. I thought maybe you guys got all that sorted out from yesterday, so. Okay, let's get back underway. Yeah, I must have missed a signal or something back there looking at the chat, so. Forgive me if I miss anybody's post in the chat. I put the farm up for me yet. His PlayStation went to sleep. Okay. So we're under 1,000 hertz magnet already. I'm not exactly sure why. It's been quite a long time since I've been on this route, so. I'm probably going to make a few mistakes. Yep. And then I just got dinged for speeding because the selector was not keeping me. Wow. This is a bit embarrassing. I should have come on here yesterday. Well, yeah, but I mean, it is Joe's, that's his decision, I guess. But anyway, let's get back underway here again. I don't know how we managed to be under this 1,000 hertz magnet for this long, but I'm gonna try to keep it here because it seems like if we're going to be late getting to Arnsberg. For sure, at the rate this is going. Okay, now we should be safe to. Alright. I think I probably missed a speed board or something back there. I don't know. Story time. Story time. I don't know. I didn't really think of any stories to tell today. So, all right. Let's see here. All right. So we got a 100-kilometer. Then we have a 120 coming up. Yeah, I don't know if I can't think of anything really, any stories to tell today. I don't know. Don't be sorry, Rob. You can't always be perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect in this game. I make my mistakes like everybody else. So, and this is another one of those cases where it's a bit of a. We have so much to do that it's easy to forget about routes, and you folk. So I've not been on here except for the most recent time was when I did the MRCE service, the freight service from here, it's like I can't even. So I did the freight service from down here to Lübeck. That's the most recent time, but I've not done passenger service on this route in ages. Probably at least since the route came out. So I don't go to the German routes. They are fairly challenging because, well, this is the way I look at it. The German routes, if you can make them as challenging as you want, with all the safety systems engaged, the PZB, CIFA, or if you just want to just do your stuff and not worry about all that, you can. Now, it took me a while to kind of figure out how PZB worked, and I still forget, because sometimes it seems like what you think you know, you'll get on a route and you'll acknowledge something, and then you'll still get, like, I don't know if it's just a glitch sometimes or what the deal is, but they are fun. They're pretty scenic, whether it's, a urban setting kind of like this with some industrial kind of stuff, or, if it's just you're going through the countryside kind of thing. Who's the news? Yeah, definitely worth a look. Stick with it. I would, what Dovetail Games has said, over and over is, if you don't want to run the safety systems, you don't have to. It doesn't change it. It changes your gameplay a little bit, but you're not going to lose anything by not running them. But if you want, just keep working at it. The way I learned PZB for sure is I went on rapid transit, and I just did like 5 or 6 services until I just kept going the same direction until I learned where to look out for the boards and all that kind of stuff. That's the main thing, is just looking out for your speed boards, paying attention to the signaling. That's what usually gets people. And then if you throw in CIFA, you'll see on the just above the 85 there, when that little exclamation point shows up, that's CIFA. Sometimes in some of the locomotives it'll go CIFA to let you know that, hey, you need, see, there it is. So if you don't acknowledge that within a certain amount of time, the emergency brake goes on and your train comes to a stop, and you got to reset the train and all that. So I think it's just you pithers, but I mean, really, it's a little early in the morning for that. In my chat, please. I don't know what you're on about, because I'm trying to watch I'm trying to pay attention to my signaling and all that. So, anyways, so yeah, find a route that, if you buy a German route, find one that you feel comfortable with, and then keep practicing it. I would also do maybe do freight, because you're not worried about stopping for passenger stuff and all that. Freight's a little bit less hectic, less stressful when you're learning the route and learning the safety systems and all that. So, because we're gonna get dinged, we're gonna be late getting to Arnsberg, so I'm gonna lose points for passenger stuff. I know, pithers. I'm like looking at that. I'm like, who is talking about? So yeah. But stuff like that, it gets flagged immediately, because the context of what you're saying. All right, we got a red coming up. So there must be a train. That's the other thing too, is on the German routes you'll generally be chasing other trains. So you got to really watch your speeds and everything, because you'll see a red pop up very quickly and you got to get on the brakes right away. Otherwise you're going to be it'll put the brakes on for you, but you don't want to run that red, of course, just like on any of the routes. So there's no, well, why would we get the red? It doesn't make any sense. There's no train in front of us, so I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, definitely check them out. This is a really good route, Patrick. Hamburg to Lübeck. You know, it's got some nice countryside scenery. So yeah, definitely check them out. And the good thing is, you know, there's plenty of people who run different German routes. I mean, I haven't been on rapid transit in quite some time either. I need to spend some time there. But yeah, there's plenty of people who've run German routes that you can kind of get a sense. You know, in the game you already got the Köln to Aachen route. So, and we're gonna do that one after we complete this this service on this route this morning. No, you don't, Pithers, you don't have to hide. I'm just saying that that comment got flagged immediately, and there was no context for what you were saying with anybody else in the chat, so that's why. You know, I'm not saying you gotta hide. Don't misunderstand me. It's just that, you know. So that's all. Go ahead and start. Yeah, we're going to be late getting in here. A little bit late, but we're going to try to maintain some momentum if we can. Yeah, I should have been slowing down a lot sooner. I think. Maybe. We might actually make this one on time after all. Now the question is, how are we going to stop here? We're going to stop very well. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I like it. Not right on the dot, but you know what? That's okay. We're still... Oh, we just made it on time. Woo-wee! Yeah. See, the good thing is it's got the information already on there for us, so we don't have to worry about the PIS boards or anything like that. Our sharply dressed train driver. All right. So we will be late departing, though. I enjoy Pizza B. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge to learn, but it is pretty rewarding once you get the hang of it. It is kind of fun, but it can be frustrating, but you know, it does add that extra dimension to the route, I think. So. All right, Bad Oslo The slow is next. And away we go. Got a 130 coming up, so I just put the selector right there since it'll still take a moment to get up to that speed anyway. So the key is you gotta see that says 140 there. I'll acknowledge that even though it's not. But you have to look at along the side here at the boards along here. So like that 160, we acknowledge that once we get to it. There should be like a magnet because our magnet reader is right here, I believe. Yeah. So that's our safety stuff there. So there's 160. We have to acknowledge that's the new speed we can go. So yeah, we're gonna get on the throttle a little bit here and try to maintain our time. Now the good thing is, I'll show the setup of the AFB. I don't run BZB on the Köln to Aachen route because it seems that it also thinks that I'm running LZB, and it just messes. You know, I have a hard time keeping track of the whole thing. So AFB on the ice train will maintain your speed fairly well. So, alright, we got a 90 coming up. I'm going to go ahead and start. The brake should come on. If you watch there it goes, the brake comes on. It should start slowing the train down. So we should also see a board here. Sometimes it's like a triangle with it's orange with the number in there. There it is, 9. That's our reduction board, and I don't think we're going to make we're not going to be below 90. And of course now it's saying we got a 1000 hertz magnet. I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, see? I was already slowing down, but I wasn't slow enough by that next signal. Basically is what's happened. Alright. Yeah. I'm going for my fish and chips. I'll be back. Okay, we'll be here, Daniel. Alright, so we're back underway here. We're just going to go to 90 because that's our... So that we have to acknowledge that right there. And then right here we have a 110. So we acknowledge that. So once our last car passes, 110 is our new speed. And then we got a 140, short distance. There's 110. So yeah, this thing can catch you out. Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you're looking at your speed reductions down the road, so to speak, it's very easy to think, oh, I'll make it in time, and then you realize, yeah, I probably should have started braking earlier. So yeah, it's a learning process, that's for sure. And what we're learning today is that I've not been on this route in ages, and so I'm getting caught out by all kinds of stuff. So 140. There. I think Matt's one of them. I think they've done like a tutorial about PZD and all that, so they could probably explain it in greater detail than I can. But I try to explain as best as I understand it. I think I'm doing a halfway decent job. Wow. T-Fuzz. Five likes. Well, thank you all for coming in on this Saturday morning, almost afternoon there in the UK. So, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to be late into bad slow. Not unless we maintain this speed for some bit more, but we got like 6 kilometers to go, and we got about 2 minutes to get there. Well under 2 minutes. We got like a minute and a half at this point. So, yeah, it's gonna be. Tomorrow will be Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr. I forgot, Monday we get Flight Sim. It's already downloaded, just waiting for the release date. So Monday will be Flight Sim. There will be no Train Sim on Monday. Tuesday we will return to Train Sim World 2. I shouldn't say no. I don't have Train Sim. I have Train Sim World 2 here on the Xbox. So Flight Sim on Monday. We'll just do some tutorial stuff, see how we fare on there. Yeah. We'll give that a go. And then Tuesday, we will return to Train Sim World 2, the Tees Valley line. So, I'm going to stop after this, or I'm going to start getting on the throttle. Start getting some brakes. Yeah, There's our platform. Let's see if we can nail the stop here. Nope. So look at, I went full service and we still, yeah, it's very difficult sometimes to judge. And when you think you know the brakes will completely kind of let you down. So we're running the DOS toss. We got there's our tail end here. Although the lights are not on, the tail lights are not on. That's interesting. Huh. But the passenger lights are on. Good thing. Like to have our passengers feel safe and comfortable in a well-lit environment. It was an MRCE service. Intramodal. So I saw, I think Joe had done he asked if Oakville was an underrated route, and I don't remember when I commented on it about the it'd be great to see you go from Canada into America, and this person said something about seeing CN and CP, Canada Pacific and Canadian National Railroad locomotives in Chicago, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, I'm sure I've seen them here in New York. I'm thinking. And that's why I was like, it'd be great if there was like a connectivity of sorts, But I know that's all wishful thinking. So. All right, Rheinfeld is next, and then Lübeck. It's Lübeck and Lübeck. I'm trying to remember how my German teacher used to have me pronounce the U with the umlaut above it. Lübeck. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Oh. Alright, so we got this stop and then we're at our final destination. So our stop is right there, and then our destination will be way over there. That's the other great thing too, is this route, and most of the German routes in particular, there's usually quite a lot of different traffic on there, so it does feel a lot busier than other routes. That's a good thing. Well, I'd say Southeastern High Speed seems pretty busy. I don't know so much about Cathcart Circle. don't remember if that one's... I haven't been back on that one in a while either. So yeah, in order to avoid getting, because you know, for action points, if you speed, you only get 15, and because the system on here can't keep you at 140, you know, oh, we're coming into Rheinfeld anyway, so we're gonna start getting on the brakes a little bit here. You can drive trains from different routes using... Yes. So, if you want to... Like, if I wanted to do a scenario using the F40PH from Peninsula Corridor, I would basically have to do off the rails because the F40 doesn't use an overhead wire. So that's the other thing, too. You could take a locomotive or a train... I think, yeah, so it'd be like, it's called off the rails. If the power systems don't exactly match up. But yeah, with the scenario designer thing, like, you can take, I did a thing where we did an M3 or an M7 on, Southeastern high speed in lieu of the 465, and then I did one where the 465 went to, because they both have like a third rail system, so it worked out really well. So yeah, like they did kind of like an exchange program sort of thing. So like for Cane Creek, you can do, I've got the video where the Union Pacific AC 4400 was the lead locomotive, but I'd have to do a scenario with the, if I did it with the, what do you call it, the CSX AC 4400, I would have to do that with a scenario planner. We missed that one. Oh, close, but anyways, well, welcome back, Daniel. Yeah, there's ways to do that, but and that's the fun thing about this game, is that you can take stuff and, like I've done, I think I did a we took the ice training or something, so yeah, I put that on Peninsula Corridor. Maybe it was LG, I forget which one, but yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. But I don't think, you know, like the Arosa line, that's a very, you know, you could, I don't think like this would fit on the Arosa line. I think the tunnels there are not designed to fit something this tall, for instance. So I don't think it would really work. But I mean, you never know. You could try. You know. But yeah, it does kind of add some different possibilities. You know, come up with a little situation where it's like an exchange program sort of thing. You know, that's how I like to look at it. So, yeah. So, all right, we're almost to our destination. Let's see where we're stopping at. Right way up there. There's our platform. Do I get 60 FPS? I couldn't begin to tell you, Noah. I have no idea. I think I do, but I don't know. I don't really think about all that stuff. Well, like if I'm just playing the game, not so much streaming, I think I do. I want to say I do, but because I still see a lot of clipping and stuff that by now, I know we're getting all that core update stuff, and we're updating to the different Unreal, the newer version of the Unreal Engine. So I'm hoping a lot of that goes away because it's supposed to be better for next gen consoles. But I've not seen like Joe running on his PlayStation 5. I've not seen some of the issues that I still see on a next gen Xbox. So I kind of feel like the architecture of the game is more suited for the PlayStation. I don't know. It's hard to say. Just press FPS. Just, I don't have a keyboard. Oh, you're talking about on my. Oh, I did it on my laptop. I don't have a keyboard on my for my play or Xbox, Abella, on PC. Yeah. I don't have a keyboard plugged in on my Xbox, so I couldn't tell you for sure. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I do kind of feel like the architecture of the game seems to be running a lot smoother on PlayStation than it has been on since Train Sim World 2. PlayStation players seem to be enjoying things more than the Xbox players have been able to. So, I mean, I enjoy it. It's just, there's clippings and stuff like that by now I'm thinking this shouldn't be happening on a next-gen console. These memory resource errors that I get, game just crashes for no explicable reason. But I'm hoping all that stuff gets resolved soon. Because I can't afford a... Cheers, Robin. No, I was just in the kitchen. Okay, Daniel. Well, I'm sure Bill would say, hey, while you're there, you have any of those biscuits? Oh, that was the other thing. So last night, mixed stream, Pulse was asking about the difference, biscuits in America. What's the... Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and get on the break now because we're gonna come up under 1,000 hertz magnet. I'm almost positive. So I'm just going to go ahead and start slowing down now because I don't think we're going to be on time for Lübeck. I'll be surprised if we are. Probably within the next signal or so. We should come under 1,000 hertz magnet. But if we're slow enough before that, then we shouldn't have to come under the magnet. So yeah, we'll definitely be there before the 90 kilometers. We're going to slight uphill anyway, so. It's a little touch of brake. There's our 90. So yeah, we were talking about the differences in biscuits. And then they thought, Pulse thought biscuits were scones. So we had a whole discussion about scones and biscuits. I'm thinking I wouldn't put, beef gravy over a scone. It just doesn't sound very appealing. But I would put, beef gravy over, what we call a biscuit. So, Yeah, it was quite the quite a good conversation. But I'm thinking all that food talk, Bella would have, her ears would have perked up, like her food radar would have gone off, and she would have been in the chat in a hot second talking about food. So Mella missed out on the discussion about biscuits and scones and yeah. All right, we got 60. Oh, that's 160. All right, so we're coming into Lübeck now. We're about 2.8 kilometers. We're just going to kind of cruise here for right now. So yeah, that was a fun conversation. Yeah, some of those batteries were really good, but okay, we got an 80 coming up now. So the 80 should be just on the other side of that 160. So we're going to go ahead and start slowing down a little bit more now too for that. So 60 there. Okay, so we are under the 1000 hertz magnet now. We're just going to go ahead and keep slowing down even more. Alright, so we should be good there. So there's our 80. There we go. Alright. So we should be good for the rest of the way in. Let's see if we can get out from underneath that magnet. I don't think we will because we're in that passenger sort of zone coming in, so that was getting confusing last night. It was all over the place. Yeah, it sure was, Mick. Yeah. That was fun. Had a good time. Now, one of the things, when I was stationed in Germany in the army, and I always, like, the German train system is like one of the standards as far as passenger service goes. Like, they were well known for being very timely. Like, they kept to their schedule. Now, my German teacher said that in recent years they don't put that stress on the drivers like they used to, probably because it did probably contribute to a lot of drivers feeling overwhelmed, because you had to keep to that time very strictly, very exact. So I kind of feel like that's something that they got away from because it was probably causing a lot of undue stress on the drivers. Good morning, Mr. Adams. I was a bit surprised because the way that they run their railroads, that was a lot of countries looked at that and said, that was the standard. But yeah, I guess apparently it was too much on the drivers, which I can understand. So yeah, I think they just felt that they were unduly stressed because of that. So they're not 100% exactly on time anymore. So yeah, thought that was kind of interesting. Joseph, where have you been hiding? There's Blaze, looks like, if I remember correctly. Welcome. So yeah, if you're new, please do give me a thumbs up if you prefer, if you can. It's all greatly appreciated. So we're stopping here, and then we're going to pop over to Köln to Aachen in the ice train. So we'll show Mick how to, and Mick can go back and watch this anytime he wants. It'll be a non-stop service. Mick, get your pen and paper ready so you can take some notes. So, Mr. Addies, hey, please do not come into my stream and talk about what other people are doing. Okay, I think that's become a universal rule. So, you know, if you're double watching, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but please don't talk about what. Oh well, that's why I asked him last night what time he was going to go live. Tell him I will be there soon. Tell him I'm doing some train services and I will be there soon. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, but you know, I asked him what time he was going to go live and he didn't tell me. So you know. All right, there we go. We still got a gold out of that, surprisingly. All right. So, we got that done. Let's go do Köln to Aachen real quick. And then we'll go talk to Joe. I'm ready. Pen and pad on standby. All right, here we go. Let's do this real fast. Schnellfahrstrecke Köln. I didn't know I was so popular. All right, we're doing this 9:43 service, ICE 316. So yeah, just tell them I'll be there soon. I was trying to plan, but I can't plan if nobody tells me what to plan for. Okay, so we'll get the doors open. Now, real quick, Mick, there's a panel back here. We're just gonna put SIFA on, and you just have to find that's LZB, PZB, SIFA's right there. Okay, we'll put SIFA on. So it's this one right there, and then I always put this little opaque thing on. No, passengers don't need to see what I'm up to up here. Okay, now I can get the doors open. Okay, now you'll see that this is red. That means it's not getting power. So we're going to raise the pantograph and close the circuit so everything should go blue. Okay, where you get the cab lights. Oh, we don't need our cab lights on. We'll get that. Okay, now the secret is the AFB. So here we go. Sing it with me. Ready? One. And that so real quick, Mick, so it's the 7 button is AFB. Oh, did the doors did oh good lord. So we're gonna hit AFB right there. Oops. Nope, I'm sorry. It's 9, not 7, it's 9. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's going to bring up this menu. And then you're going to hit 6, which is going to be the Wiesel Freigabe. That's the one that you want. Okay. AFB. 6. AFB. AFB. There we go. Now we have the greatest hits of AFB have been engaged. And then you hit the 0 to do that. Now, I don't know which one it was that Joe hit that. Turn the lights on. The passengers. But oh well. Alright, let's get the doors locked. The parking brake should be off, which usually is right over. Okay. So you just go full throttle, and then you you just slide that up there. Oops, there we go. Okay, and away we go. Now, I didn't put the passenger stuff on there, so I didn't update the PIS board. That's okay. There is a way to do it, but I can't remember. So we're not going to really worry about acknowledging these signals or anything. We're just going to keep it. But IFB is going to maintain our speed, and then using a P. Yeah, I'm on my. Actually, I'm using Aircast on my Mac laptop, and then we get this error. Look at this. Lord. And I even rebooted my Xbox just to hope that it would not happen. Oh my Lord. I had a memory resource error, Joseph. That's what happened. The game crashed. We were just talking about it. So, anyways, that's how that works. So, you hit that off B, which was the 9, and then you go 6, and then you'll hear the little singing off B, and then you go. Then once it's engaged, then you go to you. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Anyway, so, of course, there's an article, because we had the article come out for the, but yeah, that's how you do that, Mick. So, you can always go back before the game crashed. You can check that out. It'll tell you, I go through it. But that's how you set. You don't even have to run CIFA if you don't want to. Okay, you could just leave that off and just do the off B thing. Try it on a nonstop service, because sometimes going from Aachen to Köln, you're gonna have a stop outside of Köln. Try to avoid that, because you can try a nonstop service. Or maybe I'm thinking of Hamburg to Lübeck. Never mind. No, I'm thinking of Munich to Augsburg. There's a stop outside of Munich on the ice train sometimes. But just do, but yeah, there's a, usually the one from Köln to Aachen or Aachen to Köln is a nonstop service. So just try that. Just, run the, AFB will solve a lot of problems, and you can just do it that way. You don't have to worry about CIFA or PZB if you don't want to, or LZB. Just do it that way, and you'll be fine. And you'll get there. I think the only time that you're going to be a little bit late is when you go from Aachen to Köln. There's going to be a S-Bahn or other service that is going to stop ahead of you, and you're going to have to stop, and you're going to be late getting into Köln. But yeah, so that's how we do that. So I'm going to end this here so I can relocate to the larger desktop and be able to talk to Joe, because I guess he wants me there, which is fine. I'll go over there and hang out with him for a little while. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Sorry about that. I didn't expect that to happen, but I should have expected. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, for Hofstrecker Rhein Brewer.